Ex-NFL players rotting in prison in 2024. Darrell Keith Henley was born in Los Angeles, California, on October 30th, 1966. After a stellar high school football career, he decided to stay close to home and play for the UCLA Bruins. He was a cornerback and a kick and punt returner during his 4 years at the university. In 1989, he graduated from UCLA with a history degree. The Los Angeles Rams selected him as the 53rd pick in the second round of the 1989 NFL Draft. He looked like he would have a long career, but it was over after 6 seasons and 76 games. Henley's girlfriend and Rams cheerleader Tracy Donahoe was busted on July 15, 1993, at the Atlanta airport with 12 kilograms of. The 19-year-old didn't want to spend life in prison, so she snitched on Henley and the other men involved in the organization. On June 23, 1994, Henley was indicted along with several others for conspiracy to distribute and possession with intent to distribute. He played football in the fall of 1994 with the charges hanging over his head. At trial in the spring of 1995, the prosecutor fingered Henley as the financial backer. Donahoe also got on the stand and fingered Henley as the mastermind. She was sent to a halfway house for 4 months in exchange for her testimony. Henley tried to downplay his role, but he and his co-defendants were found guilty on all counts. Henley was facing a mandatory minimum of 10 years in prison. Shockingly, he went on to make his problems much worse. In 1996, while awaiting sentencing, he asked a correctional officer to bring him a phone so he could talk to his family. Eventually, he started using the phone to make. Later, he started talking to a man associated with his cellmate. The man claimed to be Joey Gambino, a member of a mafia organization. Gambino offered the disgraced football player the opportunity to participate in a deal. Henley committed to the deal, thinking he could use the money to fund his appeal and support his fiancée and newborn while he was locked up. Since Henley didn't have money for the mafia man offered to kill Donahoe and the judge. Henley agreed to the strange deal. He soon learned it was all a setup. His cellmate was an informant, and the mobsters were DEA agents. Henley was charged with 2 counts of solicitation of murder and trafficking. Henley pleaded guilty to the new charges. He was sentenced to 20 years for the 1995 drug trafficking conviction and 21 years for trying to hire a hitman. The jailer who brought him the phone and was involved in the plot was sentenced to 34 years. Henley's co-defendants from the 1995 trial were sentenced to 12 to 18 years in prison. They were all released in 2001 because a juror called the defendants the N-word during the 1995 trial. Other jurors admitted to discussing the case and reading about it in the paper. Henley was unable to benefit from this ruling like his co-defendants, as he gave up the right to contest his 1995 trial conviction when he pleaded guilty to the for murder plot. The 57-year-old will be eligible for parole when he is 65.